Do you want to learn and understand exactly what is artificial intelligence and how people are using it to increase from their productivity? Do you want some advice to start your journey in this career, but you don't know how to start? I am Engineer Mohammed Marwan, a technical instructor from Technology Academy, having more than 10 years of experience in training field, currently providing different training courses in different fields like artificial intelligence, machine learning, Internet of Things, robotics, web application development, programming languages, and augmented reality. Today I am bringing you one of the best courses you will attend, which is Introduction to AI. This course will have everything you need to start with about artificial intelligence. Please note that this course is designed for everyone and it doesn't require you to have any sort of background. In this course, we will highlight the following topics. First, I will start with what is AI, which is very important as people they are not having that much of clarity about it. Second, we will talk about AI history, mentioning some of the big names in this industry. Then we will talk about rule-based programming and machine learning to see the difference between the regular way of programming and artificial intelligence programming. Then we will talk about different fields of AI and we will highlight some of the examples, plus we will explain what is AI pros and cons. After that, we'll take a look on the applications available today and what we can expect from this technology in the future. Then we will talk about AI development process, which is very important session to understand how AI professionals are creating AI solutions. Then we will introduce machine learning types and algorithms, and we will also highlight and demonstrate one of the platforms available today where you can easily create AI solutions without having any programming experience. That's all for now. See you in the class. Thank you.
question, when do you think AI field officially started? 2008, 1989, 1956, 1921? Please pause the video and leave the answer in the comments and resume the video. If we want to start mentioning AI history from the beginning, then we need to start from 14th of last century. It's all started with this man, Alan Turing, the first person who created a basic programmable logic machine, which is the fundamentals of what we call it today, a computer. That's why he is considered the father of computer science.
What if only a machine can defeat another machine?
This man contributed to end the Second World War by decrypting the Germany messages, so that United Kingdom was able to form counter-attack plan against Germany military.
Of course, machines can't think as people do. A machine is different. The interesting question is, just because something thinks differently from you, does that mean it's not thinking? No, we allow for humans to have such divergences from one another. You like strawberries, I hate ice skating. You cry at sad films, I am allergic to pollen. What is the point of different tastes, different preferences, if not to say that our brains work differently, that we think differently? And if we could say that about one another, then why can't we say the same thing for brains built of copper and wire, steel?
This man thought of a machine which can think, a machine which can do human tasks. He didn't start a real scientific researches in AI, but he came with a test criteria for what we call it today, Turing test. He said if you are having intelligence application, then we should let users test it. If users didn't realize that they are dealing with a computer and they are dealing with a human, that means it's an intelligence application. If not, then it's not intelligent. After Alan Turing's death on almost 1954, another person started the first conference on AI in summer of 1956. They called it Dartmouth Conference. His name is John McCarthy. He is considered to be the father of artificial intelligence. He is the one who coined this name.
I didn't have a phrase, but when I wanted to have this Dartmouth summer workshop, the idea was that people would come for the summer and work on artificial intelligence. I had to call it something. So I called it artificial intelligence.
Along with another scientists, they started to deploy mathematics and statistics to achieve and create AI solution. John McCarthy quote, "Every aspect of learning or any other feature of intelligence can in principle be so precisely described that a machine can be made to simulate it. As attempt will be made to find how to make machines use language, form abstractions and concepts, solve kinds of problems now reserved for humans and improve themselves." John McCarthy was claiming that it will take a few years to finish this project and create AI applications, but what happened is that he found many challenges, problems which he could not able to solve at that time. It took many years for him and his team to solve and create algorithms which can do some human tasks.
No one had talked about actually using computers to behave intelligently. So it seemed to me that if 10 people got together and spent the summer, that substantial progress might be made. And so I got 3 other people, Nathaniel Rochester from IBM and Claude Shannon and Marvin Minsky, to join me in submitting a proposal to the Rockefeller Foundation to support a study at Dartmouth for the summer. And for the purpose that the people who came would know what the subject was was about. It wasn't automata in general, but was aimed at artificial intelligence, so I called it artificial intelligence. Now, certain things didn't happen as planned. The Rockefeller Foundation gave us only half as much money as we asked for, and most of the people who came could only come for a short time. I thought we would make substantial progress towards human-level artificial intelligence that summer, and we didn't, and human-level artificial intelligence has turned out to be a very difficult scientific problem, and it isn't solved yet.
Consciousness is nothing more than the sum of its parts, so to speak, just like a machine might be. I wonder how you respond to that.
Well, a machine isn't the sum of its parts. If somebody took a car apart and gave you a heap of the parts, that wouldn't be a car. They have to be connected in a specified way and interacting in a specified way. And so if you want to say that the mind is a structure composed of parts interacting in a specialized way, I would agree with that. But it isn't just a heap of them.
It's more of a system.
That's right. What I believe is that if it takes 200 years to achieve artificial intelligence, and then finally there is a textbook that explains how it's done, the hardest part of that textbook to write will be the part that explains why people didn't think of it 200 years ago. Because we're really talking about how to make machines do things that are really on the surface of our minds. It's just that our ability to observe our own mental processes is not very good and has not been very good.
But it sounds like you're making a firm bet against the critics of artificial intelligence who say that in theory it's philosophically impossible to
That's right.
replicate human intelligence.
I see their arguments as faulty, and I don't see that human intelligence is something that humans can never understand.
The master of chess Kasparov was claiming that no one can defeat me, especially a machine. But then on 1996 he was defeated by artificial intelligence chess game. It was a big achievement for AI industry, and it proves that machine can think better than a human. At the same time, there was a different approach to create AI applications using human brain neuron structure, what we call it today artificial neural network. His name is Geoffrey Hinton. Most noted for his work on artificial neural networks along with his student Yann LeCun, they have introduced many advanced algorithms for an advanced machine learning, or what we call it today deep learning. These algorithm was to develop an application related to computer vision and natural language processing and speech recognition. Because of his back condition, he has not been able to sit down for more than 12 years. Since he cannot sit on the train or a bus, Hinton walk everywhere. This walk talk a lot about Hinton personality of being patient. For almost 40 years Hinton has been trying to get computers to learn like people do. Almost everyone thought it was crazy, or at least hopeless, until the moment it revolutionized the field.
Then I went to university and I studied physiology. Then I switched to philosophy, and then I switched to psychology. Then I went into AI, because I decided at that point, you're never going to understand psychology unless you understand the brain.
Almost no one believed on his idea.
The brain's a big neural network, and so it has to be that stuff like this can work, because it works in our brains. There's just never any doubt about that.
And what do you think it was inside of you that kept you wanting to pursue this when everyone else was giving up, just that you thought it was the right direction to go?
Know that everyone else was wrong.
Okay.
Why neural network is working now efficiently and not in the past.
It didn't work quite well enough because we didn't have enough data, we didn't have enough compute power, and people in AI and computer science decided neural networks was wishful thinking, basically. So it was a big disappointment.
Was there like a time when you thought this just wasn't going to work and you did have some self-doubt?
I mean, there were many times when I thought, I'm not going to make this work.
But Jeffrey didn't give up. Until almost 2006, when the whole world catches up to Hinton idea.
And now it's behaving like I thought it would behave in the mid-80s. It's solving everything.
The arrival of super-fast chips, and a massive amount of data produced on the internet, gave Hinton algorithm a magical boost. Computer now can identify what's on the image, then they can recognize speech, and translate from one language to another. By 2012, words like neural networks and machine learning were highlighted at the front page of New York Times. After we have covered enough of artificial intelligence history, let's go back to understand more about AI fundamentals. In next session we will talk about role-based programming and AI programs using machine learning method. See you then.
Hello everyone. In last video we have gone through AI history and we had a brief idea about this field and how it is started. And we came to know a big scientist names in this industry. Now in this video we are going to talk about rule-based programming and artificial intelligence program. Let's start. you have seen all the previous sessions, then I assume right now that you started to have some idea about artificial intelligence. Now everything we have learned so far is something, and what we will learn in this session is something else. From now, all sessions are going to be extremely important as we are going to take our first serious step into AI world by learning what is AI development process. Don't worry, we are going to cover a very high level information about the process in a very simple way as usual, as it is not our objective to learn how to develop AI solutions. But I guarantee for you that after attending this session and the coming sessions, your way of thinking about data that you have in your company or department will totally change, as you will start thinking about how to use your data and apply artificial intelligence to do something really useful for your company and your business. Getting excited? Let's start our main part of this course. In next session, we will introduce machine learning types and algorithms. See you then. Hello and welcome. In the last session, we have explained AI development process, but we did not explain the algorithm part and how to choose the right algorithm. In this session, we will introduce machine learning types and algorithms. Let's start. In the last video, we have explained supervised machine learning types and mentioned some examples for each. In this session, we are going to introduce briefly the second type of machine learning, which is unsupervised. Let's start. So here we have different kind of columns. So here We can know the gender of the applicant. We can know if he is married or not, dependents, the education level, etc., etc. And on the last column, we have the loan status. So in the loan status, I have Y and I have N. And as we said before, if we want to create an AI model for bank loan problem, we need to use a supervised classification algorithm. Why? Because the output column here is categorical, discrete value. So here we have Y and we have N. Y means this applicant is loan is approved, and N means it's not approved, it's rejected. And every time I'm clicking on any column, I can see here some statistics. For people who know how this need to be done in programming, each and every step I'm doing, it need to be done by coding. But here you have everything. The moment you upload your data, you have everything in front of you. So here you have the statistics. We can see here in the gender column how many applicants we have from both gender, male and female. So here we have the unique value is 2. Why? Because here in this column we have only male and female. And the missing value here we have 13. So in this column we have 13 different cells which are without value, which are empty. So we need to see how we can deal with it later. And then we have the feature type, so it is a string. If we will go down, we can see them statistics and graphs. So here we can see that most of the applicants, they are male, and we have few female, and we have null. Null is because what? Because of this 13 missing value, right? So like this, we can go and we can study each and every column to understand what kind of data we are going to deal with. So after uploading the data and after understanding the structure and the columns and the data type, everything about our data, we can go to the next step and try to understand how we are going to clean the data, which is very important. We need to clean the data from many things, from missing values, from the outliers, from the duplicate rows. So here, let's go back. This is the clean missing data module, which we can use. And here, if we will click on it, we can see here some settings. The settings here, we have different options. We can replace the missing data with a mean value, or with median, or with mode, same thing, whatever we have explained before. Or maybe we can remove the entire column, we can remove the entire row. So all of these options are available here. All what I need to do is to click on whatever I want to apply. And after that, after I clean my data, we will go to the fourth part, which is insight on data. So here we have select columns in datasets. So here I can filter and I can remove whatever columns I feel it is not going to add value for taking a decision. So I have removed some of the columns. I was having 13, now I have 12. So the column which we have removed, it was loan ID column. So I have removed loan ID column because it's not going to add value while I am going to decide whether to approve or reject. And then after that, what we need to do, we need to split the data into two parts. And one part of the data, which will have 70% of the rows, we'll call it training data. And the other one, which will have 30% of the data, we will call it testing data. And this is here can be done easily by split data module, which we have dragged it from here, and then we can just apply the ratio. So if I want to divide my data, my 600 rows into 70% as a ratio, here I need to write 0.7, and many other things which I will not explain it here now in detail. This is just a demonstration. So here, why here we have two terminals for this module while the others was having only one terminal, is because the output actually of this module is two things. It is testing data and training data. Number one here will be the training data, and number two here, or the second terminal, will be the testing data. And even I can see that here we have 492. So it was having 600 plus. Now it is 492. That means this is the training data, which is having 80% of the data. And the second one is what? The second one is the testing data, which will have 20%. So yes, it's having 122. While the number of column is still the same. And then after this, after splitting the data, what we need to do is we need to apply, or we need to feed the training data into machine learning algorithm. So since it is a classification, problem, so we are going to use supervised classification algorithm. One of the algorithms which we have discussed or which we have mentioned is logistic regression, decision tree, random forest. So here what I'm doing, I'm using logistic regression as an example, but you can use any algorithm you want. And then after that, I will use this module to connect the algorithm with the training data. So I'm going to feed the training data with the algorithm using the train model. So the train model having two terminals. One terminal will be for the algorithm. The second terminal will be for the data itself. And then after that, the module will learn how to start predicting. And then after that, we are going to test the data by the testing data. So we will feed this 30% of the data now to our model, which is created now. So to do that, we need the score model. The score model is also having two inputs. One input will be for the model, which we have created, and the second input will be for the testing data. Because now we need to evaluate our model and we need to see if the model is giving us the right prediction or not. And then after that, if we are going to see here the output of this module, the output of this module, actually here we have loan status and we have scored labels. Loan status, it is the actual Y. So what we said here, by feeding the testing data, the model will start predicting. This predicted value by the model, we will call it what? We will call it Y hat. And the original value, which was in our data, we call it Y. So what we will do is, we're going to compare the predicted value, predicted decision by the module with the original value available in our data. If they are similar, that means the accuracy is high. If they are not, that means the accuracy is low. So here what we can do is we can see if there is any difference in terms of decision between the predicted Y and the original Y, between Y hat and the actual Y. So loan status here, this is the actual Y, scored label is the predicted Y. And as you can see here, everything is same, but here, yes, we have a difference. So this is actually a wrong decision by our model. This one is okay, this one is okay. Here also we have a mistake. If we have millions or thousands of rows, can we go and check manually? Of course no. What we need to do, we need a way which will give us the summary or the report for our model performance. For that, we use this module, which we call it evaluate model. If we will see the output, here we will have a ready report, and from this ready report we can understand what is happening. So the accuracy here is what? 0.83, means it is 83 or 84, almost 84%. That means our model is taking the decisions and the accuracy is 84%. Now it depends on the business owner if they will accept this kind of accuracy, or maybe they will need to enhance it, or maybe we need to add more data. Don't forget that our number of rows, it was only 600. If we will have thousands, if we will have 1 million, if we will have half millions number of rows, of course the accuracy will be very high. So 600 is not enough, of course. So, but with that, we were able to reach to this level of accuracy, 84%, which is good. Is there any way to improve it? Yes, maybe we can change the algorithm. Maybe we can see if we can clean our data much better. This is the initial result, but we are not limited to this result. There are many things we can do to enhance from this accuracy. And then after creating the model, we can deploy the model in different way. If you have your application and you want to link it with this model which we have created it, we can do that. If you want to link this model with Excel, we can do that. All of this information we discuss in the Azure Machine Learning Studio training. So if you are more interested to go and learn about how to apply and how to create AI module using Azure Machine Learning Studio, please go and register on Azure Machine Learning Studio training. That was the demonstration. Thanks for watching. Congratulations, you have completed Introduction to AI course. And now you have some idea about artificial intelligence. I hope that I was able to trigger something in your mind to start thinking about how to use your data and develop something in the future. This was only the start point for AI journey. There are many things to learn, and here I would like to highlight some of the skills which you need to develop to enter AI field. Having programming experience, you should learn at least one programming language, as AI is all about coding, and the best programming language which is used in AI field is Python. And if you don't want to learn coding, then I recommend you to try something like Azure Machine Learning Studio or IBM Watson, Weka, Canine, which allow you to develop artificial intelligence model with only drag and drop environment. Second skills is math and statistics. You should be flexible to go and revise the knowledge of math which we have covered in the high school so that you can understand AI algorithms and how it's working. Third skills is domain knowledge. It's very important to have a domain knowledge for the industry you are planning to make a solution for. So if, for example, you want to do something related to device maintenance prediction, then it is recommended to have some electronics, telecommunications, networking background, especially for cleaning the data and feature extraction phase of AI development process, which we have explained earlier. Fourth skills, be patient. AI is a big field. Remember computer vision, machine learning, natural language processing, speech recognition, and many others. So don't go and try to learn everything. Just focus on one thing, set an objective and a plan for your future project, and start building your skills to develop it. There are many ideas and things which you can do. As in each and every department, there is a huge amount of data stored already. So let us make use of it and utilize it in a smart way which can improve from our productivity. Finally, now it's the time to take a decision if you want to continue in this field and learn more about artificial intelligence. And if you decided to continue learning about AI, here I am mentioning some of the courses which you can attend to develop your skills in artificial intelligence and machine learning areas. Basics of Python, machine learning using Microsoft Azure Studio, data science using Python. Thanks for attending again and see you in some other courses. Thank you.